It's an art that I feel is powerful enough to be soft with, so that you only use just the amount of force that's necessary to subdue or control your opponent. Of course, you can take it to another level where you use it in mixed martial arts competitions, you use it for defensive tactics if you're in law enforcement. There are all kinds of applications, but generally, I think Jiu-Jitsu is for everybody. Jiu-Jitsu is for people to learn how to communicate with their bodies. We can communicate through words, but we also can communicate through motions, and we read body language all the time. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is just another form of self-expression. People are able to effectively implement these techniques against people of all sizes. Size and strength really do not matter once you get to a certain level in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Of course, they will always be factors, but because of the training method, because of the randori, because of the sparring training method that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu employs, you are able to reinvent effectiveness for yourself. So every generation of martial artists has to discover that truth for themselves. It's not enough to pay lip service to some master who may not be alive today who was effective with his techniques. The thing is, he discovered how to make his techniques effective, and we have to reinvent that every generation and discover the truth. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is a very physical martial art. It will transform your body. It will make your mind sharp. It will make your reflexes very quick. It'll make you more agile, supple, coordinated, better cardiovascular conditioning, better diet, better everything. It's a lifestyle once you tap into it. Once you learn the technique in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, once you really understand how to use your weight properly, how to use timing, how to use the strength that you do have very efficiently, then things change for you. The entire experience of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu changes. At first, it's very difficult. By the time you reach blue belt, it's manageable. Purple belt, oh, it's fun. Brown belt, oh, this is getting easy. Black belt, it's great, but you just opened a whole new door, and now there's a lot more learning you realize that you have to do. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is pretty frustrating at first. When you start out, you hear this talk of strength doesn't matter, it's all about technique, etc., etc. But when you actually go to class and spar with somebody that's much larger than you are, strength matters. Strength matters in a big way, and you're thinking that, man, that's all lies. What are they telling me? You just have to give it a little bit more time. You have to stay the course and continue that training. You have to continue to water the plant. If you stop now, you'll never see it bloom. But what you have to do is just go to class. Be consistent. If you can do that, that is the discipline. That is what you need to do. And then the journey will change. The entire experience of BJJ will change. When you start as a white belt, you pay your dues. You tap. And that's the way it is, because those other people got on the escalator before you did. They were in exactly your position. However, they stuck it out, and then they turned a corner. After about 6 months, 9 months, maybe even a year, right around when you get your blue belt, you turn a corner. You're no longer simply defending. Now you're giving a little back. You're giving them a run for their money. It's hard for them to tap you. You might even catch somebody. That is a great feeling. Congratulations, kudos to you. That's real progress. That wasn't an accident. That's progress. Later, it gets even easier. So you might plateau a little bit of blue belt, but once you tap into using your legs like your arms, that's purple. And then your energy expenditure goes way down, your fuel economy goes way up, and the game becomes a lot more fun. Plus, you look at size and strength very differently. If people are big, but they don't know how to apply that weight that they have, you are familiar with ways to work around that power. And then, that's a good time. Trust me on that. Later on, the game changes again. It becomes smaller and smaller. Brown belt, black belt, those are ranks of refinement. How well you do the techniques that you're able to implement, how efficiently you're able to get into it, how you can save time, how you can save motions. It's really changing the experience, but to the uneducated eye, it may not seem that different. So the journey will change for you in BJJ. And I think that once you have a solid foundation with positional escapes, with a few basic submissions, and knowing what to do in every position, if you just have a game plan for every position, that will really enhance the experience for you. If you're grasping at straws and you think everything is a threat, then you never really have the chance to direct and channel your energy efficiently. So what you need to do is just focus on positional escapes, getting up off your back, and trying to protect yourself at this early stage.